Welcome, seventh graders. I'm going to explain the Dragster car project real quick and introduce the design notebook to you. Ultimately, you are going to be designing and creating a Dragster car. Could be similar to what you see on the screen here, but you will get to decide what you want your Dragster car to look like, and we're going to use the design notebook to help us go through that. So, I'm going to show you where it's located. Go to Schoology and see Dragster car folder. And then you'll see Dragster Car Design Notebook. And go ahead and open that up. If you're not quite there yet, you can pause the video and wait for it to load and then resume the video afterward. And so you can see the design notebook. It's very similar to what you had in your first one. The one thing we added though was each day what you're going to be working on. And so you can see there are 8 days for this project. And so that'll take us almost about a month to complete. And I'm not going to go through each one individually today, but just know that if you miss a day, you can look back and know that, oh, I missed day 4, that means I would have to do this. Or, oh, I missed day 2, oh, I would have to do this. And so my biggest advice to you while you do this is don't dig yourself a hole. Meaning if we get to the end of day 7 or day 8 and you haven't done a couple of these parts, it's really tough to catch up, and it's a lot of extra work then that you're doing at the end. So each day you're going to be given class time to do the classwork and homework. Please take advantage of that so that you're not digging yourself a hole. And then each day will kind of build off of each other, and that way you can finish your actual Dragster car. So you can see then down below, there is a lot of work here, and I'm not going to even go through all of it because it's just a lot of information. But again, we're doing a little bit each day. So we have 8 days to get this done, and today I'm going to talk through then the vocabulary. And so for vocabulary, it's right below the essential questions, and for this, you don't have to do anything with the essential questions yet. You'll have time at the end, probably day 7, day 8, to do these essential questions, and each day we're going to be figuring out a little bit to be able to answer these all at the end. One other thing I'm going to mention is make sure you're writing your daily goal for each day you're in here. So today is day one of this design notebook. So my goal is to introduce the design notebook to all 7th graders. Your goal obviously will be different, and then when you come in for day 2, you should just automatically, right when you start class, go day 2. What is your goal for the day, and write that in there. So what you are going to be working on for your assignment today, for your classwork today, is vocabulary. And so there's a few more words that you have to look up in this design notebook, and all of these words are going to be helpful for you throughout this project and to know what they actually mean. And so the first one is aerodynamics, and I'm just going to do this one with you just because I want to remind you, don't just copy and paste from Google. And we're going to put it in our own words so that it makes sense to us. So I'll open up a new tab, go to Google, and I'm going to just type in definition of aerodynamics. And so I can see Google here. It says the study of properties of moving air and the interaction between the air and solid bodies moving around through it. Again, don't just copy and paste that. If I were to shut this screen or you were to shut this screen, you should be able to understand it in your own head without just memorizing it or looking up what's in your design notebook. So how can we put that in our own words? I'm going to go back and write for aerodynamics. It is how air affects objects, or how air moves around objects. And that's my personal definition so that it makes sense to me. You're going to go ahead and do that for each of these vocabulary words. There's about 12 of them, I believe, and that's going to be your assignment for today. So again, get this done before you have day 2 of class and you have the rest of class time to get this done.